What's up, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead and do a top 10 most iconic weapons of the TV show list. Couple bonuses in there too, but 10 iconic weapons of characters that you love, that you hate, that you maybe remember, but you definitely think The Walking Dead, you think weapons, characters, and so forth. So when you think of The Walking Dead, who do you think of? Who do you love? Who are your favorite characters? And how about these weapons? Number 10, Tyrese's hammer. Yes, it's a framing hammer, like I said before in another couple of videos. It's the longest hammer I've ever seen in my life, but gives you some extra reach. Tyrese's hammer is probably a little better in the comics. Really, the character is a little better in the comics than the show. They kind of watered him down a little bit. But in the show, you never actually see Tyreese kill a walker with a gun, which I thought was interesting. Number 9, Carol's bowie knife. Stealth trench knife. Stainless steel. Yes, that knife right there. She's more of a knife person. She's got the guns and everything there too. But when I think Carol, I think Carol's cookies. But then look at the flowers. And then I think her bowie knife, for sure. Morgan versus Carol. Who would win in a fight? I think Morgan would win, but Carol would put up a fight with her knife for sure. Number 8, Merle's bayonet prosthetic. Now I love the ingenuity of Merle to turn his no hand into a weapon, right? That's actually a really good weapon and a really good idea if you lost your hand. It might even be a good weapon if you could fasten something in there, if you could grip it or whatever, if you had a hand still. But Merle lost his hand and he turned it into a bayonet prosthetic, which is a pretty good idea. Number 7, Rick's hatchet. Now we wouldn't think it's a big deal, right? Except for this past season, especially episode 1. Negan was all about this freaking hatchet, so it kept coming up. So it's pretty iconic, especially in season 7, when they took the guns, they left the weapons of a hatchet, an axe. There's the hatchet right there or axe, whatever you want to call it. Season 6, the first time we saw it, but it's there, Rick's weapon now. Number 6, Sasha's rifle. Precision, full auto, 223 rifle. One of the people on The Walking Dead said this is one of the best weapons to have, especially because it's so quiet. You could probably take out a couple in a row if they were lined up pretty good because it's got some pretty good precision firing on it and it's quiet. The stealth of it are pretty awesome, and Sasha's rifle is pretty awesome. Number 5, Morgan's walking stick. Now, I don't really call it a walking stick myself. I call it a bow staff, like Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that's what I really think of it as. But I guess walking stick is what they're going with. I think bow staff, but he really is iconic for Morgan. You can't think of the TV show Morgan without it. Comic show Morgan, very different characters, but Morgan, walking stick for sure. Again, Carol versus Morgan. Who wins? Fight! Let us know who you think wins. Number 4, Daryl's crossbow. Yes, you think The Walking Dead, you think Daryl Dixon for damn sure, you think a crossbow would be a pretty good weapon, right? As long as you had arrows. Did you know he has a second crossbow? It was his new crossbow. He got it from Morgan's arsenal back in season 3. He lost the first one, I guess. That's his new one. Pretty cool. Didn't really know that. Didn't really think of it. But Daryl Dixon, crossbow for sure, even though right now it belongs to Dwight. And in the comics, Daryl doesn't exist. But Dwight has it, and that's the crossbow. Number 3, Rick's Colt Python Elite Pistol. Yes, I think it's very cool. First appearance since day 1, right? Now, when I think Walking Dead and Rick Grimes, I think his Colt Python pistol. Since episode 1, he's had it. That was his weapon of choice when he was a sheriff of King County, Georgia. He's had some different weapons over there, a red-handled machete, a hatchet, an axe, whatever you want to call it. But the Colt Python pistol, very important to the character of Rick Grimes going forward, especially for season 7. Number 2, silver medal, Michonne's katana. Trinity on the Suba, triple goddess on the hilt. Yes, Michonne, iconic. I have a replica sword of her. Michonne's my favorite character. I love the idea of having a samurai sword in a zombie apocalypse. You never run out of ammo as long as it's sharp and it doesn't have any metal around a walker. It's going to last you a long time. The Japanese katana, very much going to kick some walker ass, and Michonne does kick some walker ass. There's the Trinity on the Suba. Honorable mentions, the governor's tank. I thought this was pretty cool. an M60 Patton. Came up in season 4 when they took over the prison. That's where I got my name, One-Eye Bry, from the tank operator. Ezekiel's Zatiochi sword, pretty cool. It may look like a cane, it may look like a sword. It's a cane sword, basically. Very awesome Zatiochi sword. I would love to get one of those if they make it by The Walking Dead replicas. Lucille, number 1, of course, right? When you think The Walking Dead, especially now, you think Lucille, Negan. You think how badass she is and how infatuated Negan is with a baseball bat named Lucille, named after Negan's dying and now dead wife. And Lucille is iconic, especially now. I got a replica of her for my birthday, which I love. It's very cool. Lucille, number 1 of most iconic weapons. What's your most iconic weapon you think of The Walking Dead? What's in your sheriff bag of guns? What do you think of Morgan's arsenal, which is pretty crazy if you think about it, all the stuff he had, and how important Morgan's arsenal was against the governor? What's a Rick's bag of weapons? Look at all those fine weapons that they hopefully have today. And when you think of The Walking Dead, what do you think of? Who do you think of? Iconic characters, weapons, guns. Who do you love? Who do you hate? Let us know what you think of for The Walking Dead, guys. There you go. That's our top 10 list with some honorable mentions. Subscribe today. Subscribe to get more videos. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching.